If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And no, that I can't order you to be drug tested today, so just be honest.
Negative. I don't do drugs anymore.
Okay, we're going to give you a UA today, okay?
Okay.
I had a question. So you said that I'll be out in 5 months.
No, that's not for me.
So will I qualify for parole in 5 months? How my lawyer said.
Your Honor, may I go back into a breakout room with my client?
This defendant is in court facing a robbery charge and a drug charge, and the only thing standing between her and probation is a clean drug test. The judge asked her point blank if she was going to pass the drug test, and she looked her dead in the eye and said yes. And that's when Judge Boyd told her to come in to do her drug test. And a few hours later, she came in, and that's when everything changed. Make sure you guys stick around to the end, because this one goes from probation to 5 years in about 60 seconds.
And are you Miss Serrato?
Yes.
Did you understand what you're charged with in count 2 is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Serrano, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
State offer states one of the attachments, Judge.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I guess a couple of things, Judge. One, we would like for you to follow the plea bargain so she can try and get her life back on track. She does have 3 children who are living with their father, and she wants to establish a relationship with him, so she is motivated to finish probation. And just one other thing on the conditions in the event that you follow the plea bargain, Your Honor, the no contact with Marisa Peña. She is Ms. Serrato's sister-in-law. They don't have contact, but I was just hoping that it would be no injurious or harmful contact, just so there's no vindictive behavior by anybody.
Well, does she want to have contact with her?
She does not, but since there is family, I would hate to think, hey, they show up at the same house and all of a sudden, hey, I know what your conditions are. You're not supposed to be here. I'm just trying to be mindful, Judge.
I understand what you're saying. In my own personal experience, crazy things happen at cookouts. And when I say my own personal experience, nothing crazy has ever happened at one of my family cookouts, but just from watching the news, tempers get high when people don't like the way somebody cook their meat on the grill. They're like, hey, I asked for medium well, and this is rare. The cow is still talking. So if Miss Marisa Peña comes and says, hey, I have no problem with having contact with her, fine. But
that's fine, Judge.
There are going to have to be some decisions made by family if they have a cookout or a gathering.
I don't think they've seen each other since December of 2019, so it's not an issue. I'm just trying to protect Miss Serrato from any.
All right, Miss Serrano, who is Juan Francisco Ortiz?
It was a friend, but not anymore.
Okay. All right. Are you employed?
Not at the moment, but I have a job tomorrow, so I should be starting this week.
Doing what?
Housekeeping.
All right. And how many children do you have?
3.
What are their ages?
10, 4, and 6.
All right, and they're all with their father?
Correct.
Was Child Protective Services involved?
Yes, but the case got closed already, so I wanted them to live with their father instead.
All right, did you do any of your services?
Yes.
Okay. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And no, that I can't order you to be drug tested today, so just be honest.
Negative. I don't do drugs anymore.
The judge asked her if she was going to test positive or negative, and her answer was, I don't do drugs anymore. And I don't know about you, but that is not the same thing as saying negative. That's one of those answers where you can tell the person is doing math in their head while they're talking. Like, if you were clean, you would just say negative. I feel like it's simple as that. And then on top of that, she throws in the fact that she has a job lined up starting tomorrow, which is maybe the most convenient thing anybody has ever said in a courtroom. I mean, I might be overthinking it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but something about this whole thing just felt off when she said that. Let me know if you guys picked up on the same thing.
When is this anymore? When did that start?
Well, when I got out of jail, because that was the reason why I went to jail. So I really didn't like that anymore. And since I was in there for 2 months, almost 3 months, I was already clean and everything. So I didn't want to go back to that.
Okay, we're going to give you a UA today, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do this with your case. 5 years deferred adjudication, take in consideration 628, 629, $1,000 fine, that will be probated. No contact with Marissa Pena or Juan Francisco Ortiz, Ortiz. How far did you go in school?
I graduated. I have a diploma.
Okay, awesome. So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? You have the diploma, now what?
I want to do pharmacy in the future.
Let me not step on anybody's dreams. But, I always say that, we're all adults, we can handle the truth. It's not like we're toddlers here, right? Because sometimes children can't handle the truth.
Right.
Anytime that you're seeking a job that requires you to have a license, they do background checks. So before you start spending all of your money to do whatever you're going to do, if it requires a license, you need to find out whether or not they will allow you to do what you need to do. But what I can tell you is being a pharmacist and having a drug offense, that don't mix. It's sort of like people who want to be a nurse and they're a drug user. It's like, no, you got too much access to,
Correct.
drugs. Sort of like if somebody is charged with a theft and then they
Right.
say, I'm gonna be a banker. We're like, no, we can't have you around money. So there you go. So I'm just telling you that.
Right.
So I'm gonna do 150 hours community service restitution. If you complete some sort of trade, then I will waive the community service hours. But you're either gonna do the 150 hours community service restitution, or you're going to get yourself into a trade school or something to improve your status, right? And when I say improve your status, you have 3 children, so you need to make more money.
Correct.
Okay. There's going to be a drug test today
Okay.
by 2 p.m.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
So she took the drug test right after this Zoom hearing we watched, and it came back positive. And honestly, after watching her face and the way she answered that question, I can't say I'm really shocked. I mean, after doing court videos for so long, you start to pick up on when somebody is scared of the answer versus when they actually don't have anything to worry about. And once Judge Boyd found out about that positive drug test, she completely canceled the deferred adjudication on the spot, which means this woman just went from probation to facing up to 20 years in prison because she couldn't be honest for 30 seconds. Let's see what Judge Boyd decides to do with her.
I'll be here for a little bit after, but then we're going to take our break because I need lunch as well. People tell me I get hangry when I haven't eaten. I don't think that's true, but maybe I'm in denial. State of Texas versus Leticia Soreto. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with the attorney and did you understand it?
yes, I did. I had a question.
Yes.
So you said that I'll be out in 5 months.
No, that's not for me.
Ms. Serrato, we talked about eligibility and that we were going to ask the judge for the credit that you've been in.
Okay.
All right, do you have any other questions, Ms. Serrato?
No,
And was the 5 months addressed to me or your attorney?
it's my attorney.
All right, and has he explained that sufficiently enough for you?
Yes,
And do you wish to proceed?
yes,
All right, so did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement?
yes,
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Then to the offense as charged in indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Ms. Serrato, are we going to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
All right, after viewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 5 years in prison. There's a $1,000 fine, time and money right concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2021 CR 1786. The court will give you credit for any time served for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. Penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on May 24, 2021 for a period of 5 years. Is that you?
Correct.
Is that you? Yes or no?
Yes,
State?
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 9th day of July, 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Leticia Serrato, committed the offense of robbery in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
true.
State?
We're going to waive all other violations, Judge.
No
Any
objections, Your Honor.
objections? Ms. Serrato, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes,
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge. We're asking that you grant the motion, adjudicate, and revoke, and sentence her to 5 years TDC. And we're asking that that run concurrent with 2021 CR 10859.
Defense, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Your Honor.
Ms. Serrato, are you asking that the court follow that agreement?
yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes,
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court, as previously stated, is finding violation of condition number 1 true. This will run concurrent with 2021 CR 10859. I'm going to grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison, and give you credit for any time served. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you want to know the definition of a weapon or ammunition, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Serrato. We'll go off the record. Ms. Serrato, how old are you?
27.
All right, so you still have a lot of your life ahead of you, right? I have more of my life behind me. You need to start making better choices. You understand?
Yes,
All right, did those tattoos hurt, by the way?
yes,
Okay, so this is what I always want to know, Mr. Jerome. When you're getting a tattoo and you feel that it's painful, do you just say, I'm in it, I'm gonna finish it, or do you just stop?
yes. what you said the first time.
Okay, just I'm gonna finish it. All right, good luck to you, Miss Serrato. Norma,
I have
go back. Yes, Miss Serrato?
So will I qualify for parole in 5 months? How my
Your-
lawyer said.
You'll
Your
have to
Honor,
speak to
may I go
Judge.
back into a breakout room with my client?
So she ended up with 5 years in prison, which I think is going to surprise some of you who were expecting less. And like, what I don't understand is how she thought she was walking out of there in 5 months. Like, you literally failed a drug test on top of a robbery charge. I mean, that math was never going to work in your favor. And like, honestly, like, I kind of get it because we live in a time nowadays where people commit serious crimes and walk out the next day with probation, especially in places like LA where car thieves get slaps on the wrist constantly with probation. So I think maybe she thought this was going to go the same way. And like, I just don't blame her because that's just the reality we live in nowadays. But like, honestly, I feel like 5 years for what she did seems fair. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about that. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.
That's exactly what happened here. This wasn't a case where the judge rushed to send someone to prison. In fact, the complete opposite happened. The court gave her opportunity after opportunity. She had a plea deal, a chance at probation, and a real path to rebuild her life. But everything came down to one simple question. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? That wasn't just a question. It was the moment that decided her future. Instead of complete honesty, she took a gamble, and she lost. When that drug test came back positive, the entire courtroom changed. The probation she was hoping for disappeared. The second chance she had been given vanished. And within just a few hours, she went from planning a new job and talking about rebuilding her life, to hearing the words no defendant ever wants to hear. 5 years in prison. Think about that for a second. 5 years. Not because everything in her life was beyond saving, but because one bad decision was followed by another. The hardest truth about this case isn't the sentence. It's that this outcome was completely avoidable. The judge wasn't asking for perfection. She was asking for honesty. And once that trust was broken, everything else fell apart. This case proves something we see over and over again in courtrooms across America. The courtroom can forgive mistakes, but it rarely forgives deception. Now here's the question I want every single one of you to answer. Was 5 years in prison the right punishment? Or do you think the judge should have given her one final chance? Drop your opinion in the comments because this is one of those cases where people are always divided, and I genuinely want to know where you stand. If you enjoy real courtroom stories where one decision changes everything, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next case we're covering might be even more unbelievable than this one. Until next time. Remember this. One like can last a few seconds, but the consequences can follow you for years. I'll see you in the next courtroom case.